What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail. The streets don't love nobody. This really kind of got inspired by listening to Wallow from, Gillian Wallow, $1 Million Worth of Game, when he was like, he said the streets don't love nobody. Like when you get locked up, you by yourself. When you're in court, you by yourself. When you're dealing with the repercussions for your actions, you by yourself. And I never understood, as a young boy or a teenage boy to a young man to a grown man, why people were actively acting like the streets loved them. Like, man, I'm doing it for the streets, for the hood. And I'm like, and I'm in the same, I've been in jail once for something minor, tickets and stuff, ticket warrant or whatever. But the thing about that is, you constantly, people have that when you paid in full reality, like when I get out, I'm gonna be a king. No, you're gonna be a dumb dude who wasted a lot of your life doing stupid stuff. And this idea that the streets are, when people used to say, oh, people are joining gangs because of the camaraderie of the gangs and because people have no fathers and it's like the Lost Boys. No. Those people joined gangs because they weren't good at sports or they weren't tough enough to play sports. So they joined gangs because they wanted to bully other people, but they couldn't do it in sports. That's what happened with most of them. And there were some guys who was in gangs who played sports. All right, back in the day, a lot of your toughest guys, the leaders, the young leaders were really in sports, from my experience. But the other guys in the gang, they couldn't make it through the Oklahoma drill or the bull in the ring. And that's a, old football drill. They couldn't make it through the physicality of basketball. They couldn't wrestle. They couldn't box. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't run track because they smoked too much because they thought it was cool and they ain't had no lungs. So these were people who just did absolutely nothing. But this idea is if I go out and I commit a crime, the streets is going to love me. Well, that's a lie. When you get locked up or if you're in a gang, the gang is not coming to visit you. The gang is not going to pay for you to get a lawyer. The gang is not going to get you bailed out. You get what I'm saying? Your family is going to do that if they'll be the first people to do that. The gang is not going to leverage anything to put you in a good position, to be free. All these free my homeboy, that's his people putting up their house and their car and going through their savings and, and taking out loans on their own retirement plans or whatever, or cashing out their retirement plans for the lawyers and the bond and all that. That ain't the game. So when y'all throwing these people a party, and you stupid enough to go to the party like, hey man, y'all say y'all love me. You're an idiot because the streets don't love you. When you wind up getting, your weed habit, go to a pill habit, go to a coke habit, go to a heroin habit, and you went from a street dealer to a street, dope fiend, the streets don't love you. They're like, I remember when you used to be, you just a dope fiend. That's it. That's it. I was better back in the day. Streets don't love you. And all the people, it ain't gonna be me. Okay. The streets don't have a retirement package that we're gonna send them off in style, boys. No. The streets don't love nobody. The streets will have a family member kill another family member because they just trying to get a dumb position. A friend kill a friend, A friend try to kill a friend. A friend stab a friend in the back. A family member stab a family member in the back because of the streets. The code of conduct is there is no code. There is no honor amongst thieves. And to act like, there's an honorable way to do crime with a bunch of dishonorable people is stupid. And people going, this is not, we're not talking about movies or television. Somebody's a good character. Oh man, he was a stand-up guy. Shut up. Could you please live in reality? Could you please? Streets is not going to love you. Oh, I never told on nobody. I saw the thing where this dude, he beat 25 years because he ain't say nothing. That's real. You dumb for pointing that out on your own page, you idiot. Streets don't love that. Let me send a real message to the... Stop it. Stop it. But a lot of times, people want to look for the love. The same streets that'll rob you, that'll get you set up, that'll get you killed. There are people who had nothing to do with the streets, the people who used to be in the streets that became celebrities, that the streets had no love for. They treated them all the same, like everybody could get it, unjustly or justly. So all this, love, I don't know where y'all heads are at, because there ain't no love, not in the streets. But I'm done. You tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Peace.